Hi folks, well I hope I've managed to adjust this webcam mainly with regards to sound. I've muted the sound on my laptop and probably that was the problem. So I'm recording now on the, well, I hope I selected it on the webcam microphone, so I hope we've got rid of some of the muffling effects now. I'll use a pencil, I think, just draw. I did one, I think it was yesterday, it was for Patreon, some cottages and a bit of a beach. So I'll do it in the reverse way. So let's start here and then have a beach coming down there. Sea, let's have a sea. Don't want to cut your painting in half, but third up, third in, the golden section. Right, okay, so we can have some grasses and stuff coming down the shingle. And we'll put just one cottage, one fisherman's cottage. Let's have him here. So I might, if I'm going to paint this white there, we need some trees. I like a bit of foliage on these. Okay, see if we can get the counterchange right on that. Then we'll put a couple of windows, sort of a door there. Don't put your windows or doors underneath chimney stacks. Okay, something like that. I'll do that with a small brush, my little 1/4 inch. Also noticed another thing yesterday is why the moorland scene I did, called it Distant Lights. The laptop went dark after, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. But I think it went into screensaver, but it was still recording. But of course I didn't realise that, and I turned it off and then started another video, which is what I didn't want to do. That's why I'm using the webcam, so I can stop, pause, go and do something, come back and carry on with the video without any editing. But anyway, we're a little bit wiser. It's a lovely little webcam. It's a Logitech Pro C920. See, some of the blogs regard it as a sort of probably the best of the cheap ones. Well, okay. Well, if it's working, I've adjusted the focus on it. I've taken all the presets out. In other words, I've gone out of auto focus, out of auto balance, out of auto focus. I can do it myself. I get it as optimum, perfect as possible. Right. Okay. So grey sky. I'll put a bit more white. I think. Yeah. I'm going to have to buy another white. We're out of that. So I've got to buy three tubes of this large size paint. So if you want to help out, folks, donations to PayPal or Patreon. Three tubes of this Winsor & Newton Winton 200ml tubes. They're about £12 each. They're quite expensive, but the Griffin one I'm using at the moment, that is expensive. That is about £18-19 for a big tube. It lasts a long time. I do mix the ordinary titanium white with it. But, no, that's a Winton. I have got the new tubes. I don't need the white. That's the Griffin. That one there. That's the one. You can get all the colours in Griffin, but really, I like the white because it gets into everything and it helps everything to dry. And I've also had a little bit of dryer in my little beer cap This is on the malt for beer making. If you get the right one, then you get all these lovely palettes, or lovely dip palettes. Okay, so palette, the cadmium red, ultramarine. We've got a bit of burnt sienna on my sweatshirt here. Payne's grey. I should put some burnt sienna out. Some bit of Payne's grey, Viridian, and cadmium yellow pale. Now the Viridian, it's quite a tongue twister. That Viridian is a very strong staining colour, but it mixes well with other colours like cadmium yellow pale, which I like. Put a bit of that on there. And it's a great shortcut to some lovely luminous greens mixed with a bit of ultramarine, a bit of yellow. You have to experiment, but it's why I use a limited palette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colours. But the mainstay is the 3 primaries. You can really do paintings with just those 3 by a judicious mix of those 3 primaries. But it's the cadmium yellow pale which I do like. So we'll have a greyish sky. We'll add a bit of colour to it. So let's get a bit of that Griffin and a bit of Payne's grey. You can warm that up with a bit of ochre. Okay, big brush. I'm quite a way away from the board now. Sorry about that. I'll put my phone on there. I can a bit dark now. Just to get a bit of variety in these. I learned a lot about Brittany cottages from Georges Laporte, the Quiberon painter, French. Marvellous, lovely stuff he did. But I went to his studio. Well, I've been there several times. And it's got sand, loads of sand in bits and pieces to make it look like a rough pebbly beach with the lovely houses that he painted. So I sort of memorised those. And a bit of red in there. Let's warm that up a little bit. Don't wear too thick paint. Where's my cloth? It's a bit wet, this cloth, because I used it for cleaning the burnt sienna off of my sweatshirt. I've primed this piece of watercolour paper. It's on a demo. You can probably just see underneath. With a couple of coats of acrylic burnt sienna, plus a bit of PVA glue just to help it spread. I dried it, and then I gave a coat on the other side of PVA glue. So hopefully it's impervious. So let's mix a nice light sort of cloud colour. So a bit of white, a bit of ochre, a bit of red. Let's just warm things up. There's a sort of sky that's was outside my roof light windows. Get a direction of flow there. So I can counter change against that light colour. Don't get despondent if you can't do skies. because probably because you're just a beginner or have had some experience. I just do them quick. You see how, you'll see that sky somewhere. I can't see it. Well, I can actually. This is a bit blue, but clouds building. But it's trying to get an atmosphere. I think atmosphere is more important than great detail. It's what you feel about something. And I feel a lot about George. I've got loads of his postcards. He probably sells more postcards than paintings, but that's where the money is. 1,000 postcards over a holiday season of one particular view. Okay, now I'm going to put this house in now. So we've got to decide which side the light's coming from. So we'll have the light coming on there. Well, yeah, we can do that. So let's just try and get your verticals vertical. So my edge in a way. And we'll just put a chimney stack there. And we'll have a little bit of shadow on the other side. So let's put that a bit warm, because being a chimney stack, it will be a warm sooty colour. It probably won't show, but then we'll put in a bit of a edge. Come down a little bit too far on there. Right, we put the shadow in. I'm going to come up a bit there, because I'm a bit awry. Right. Let's get a bit of roof colour. So a bit of white, bit of no, let's have black. Let's have white. Let's have Payne's grey. A bit of blue. Touch of white. Slate. So the shadow now will be on that side. Talk about that in a minute. Sort of a rough slate roof that will have some shadow. Yeah. We're doing the usual tour. Don't have to complete the door, just an impression. And then we'll have something there. Now maybe I need to water that. Come down a little bit further. Okay, that's more or less it. So we've got light shining on. Well, let's just put it in. Alright, okay, now bit of red, bit of chimney stacks. Just touch. Don't try not to connect them to the chimney stack. More impact if there's a bit of a gap, but this is just a bit too small to show that. Right, okay. My nice little brush here. Put a little bit of shadow down there. Right, under the roof, that's okay. Right, now the fun begins. Putting in the sea. Now, good colour for sea. Sea green, bit of oil, bit of ultramarine, bit of bit of meridian, a bit of blue, bit of white, bit of paint. Okay, let's just get that in there. So the idea of painting that horizon light would mean it gives me some opportunity to counter change. But I think I want to go darker than that. A nice sea green. Or maybe even a darker cloud colour. That's probably better. A darker cloud. Try and make sure you don't come uphill or downhill. And if you can, as you do this, just merge the sky with the sea. So there's no demarcation line. Oh, that'll do. And then we can put in a bit of ochre stuff in here. I can be very happy when I'm doing these. It's all the beginnings where I knock things over and things don't go right. Then I get angry with myself. Right, let's get that grey back again. So a bit of a dry brush. Now, do some cliffs. So let's have a different colour for the cliffs. Right, okay. Now let's do some grass. Just mark that. That's going to go into the beach here. It's just a yellow ochre. Add some more colour over that in a minute. Oh, I think my little house is leaning over. Can't have that. That's better. Now we want small brushes now. Because I'm going to go around my house. So let's get a nice dark here and going to light. So let's mix all these lovely colours. Meridian, Payne's grey. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Because that's all in shadow, that bottom bit here. I want that to counter change in there. Then that gives me an opportunity to straighten up that edge. Lovely brush that, look at it. It's just an old bristle brush, worn out. Oh, there is some light on there. So let's get some nice bright yellow. Touch of brilliant. Bit of white. Because we're going to counter change against that roof. Alright, there we have a tree. And we've got plenty of dark in there. I'll just bring that down a little bit more there. Okay, let's not get carried away. Oh, I need to bring that down a little bit. Okay, we should be able to see behind that, so still not happy with that. We'll think about that one. Right, let's go and do one on the other side now. So we want dark on one side, brilliant Payne's grey, blue, red, doesn't matter. Just got to get a dark. Right, now some lights. Probably some sienna. Not sienna, ochre. Bit of that yellow. Bring that down there. And the counter change is not very good there, is it? So we've got light coming against there, but we really want some more light. A good shortcut is catch yellow pale and a bit of white. Screen hasn't gone dark. Sort of half expecting that. Alright. A little bit of shadowy green. Got three colours. Right, okay, now we're going to go in with the rocky colours. Let's get some grey. Bit of warm in there, bit of ochre. Darker colour there. Bit of Payne's. A little dark in there. Shadow. Rough it up a bit. And some good shadowy dark. Coming into the light. Almost. bit of light grey on here, just a counter change. Right, now let's get some colours in there now. Coming into the light. Some greens. Some rocks, grey rocks. Go on, yeah, those pigeons. Don't want to label this beach. Trying to give it an impression of some rocks here. Not very convincing now. The foreground, so we want grey. All sorts of colours in here. Right, let's get a little brush, get the viridian. Some yellow ochre, it mixes brilliantly with that yellow ochre. But that didn't, did it? So let's go back to my three colours. Now, a bit of bright green, catching some grass. So a sort of slaty grey really for pebble. Well, pebbles are all coloured, aren't they? Dark foreshore, for want of a better name. Just a little bit of this and that. I don't know if there's much more I can really do with that. Let's put it in a mount and take that off. Well, take the right off, because otherwise, when I centre it, it will be where it should be. By the time I put a mouse on, you won't see the back wheel. Oh, you look there. Okay, let's move it that way a little bit. Right, well there we go. It's another Brittany cottage. I just love doing them, but they all end up doing it. I showed the one I did yesterday, the Patreon. Yeah, much more media, but I did this on MDF. This is on paper, but all great fun to do. So I hope you like that one, folks. I've got to go and prepare. I'm cooking today for chicken stir fry. How about that? So I'll get this uploaded and I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, I hope. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.